Gamers, it's gonna take me a second here to get the screen region set up. I feel like I may have framed in one, but it may just look like I have framed in one. I'm looking at this right now, and I'm saying, this looks like Dark City. Art Deco, Andrew Ryan, Bioshock architecture. It's night. It has a certain Dark City vibe to it. It has like a late 90s vibe to it. Actually, this looks like a Bourne movie. This looks like the Bourne Supremacy. This is Total Recall with Colin Farrell? What have they got Javier Bardem wearing, man? Is it Skyfall? No, he wouldn't look like that in Skyfall. That's psychotic. I don't know what this is. Who the hell are you, man? Who the hell is this? I don't know this. Sean Penn movie from the 2010s? I think I've seen like I've seen the poster. The Gunman? I wish it was Dark City, man. I've never even heard of this. Like this looks like Dark City. What do you mean that's not Sean Penn? It looks like Carmine Laguzzo, man. That's obviously Sean Penn. No man has ever been more Sean Penn than this guy because it is Sean Penn. He's penned up. I was talking about the other guy. All right, that's not Sean Penn. You're right. That guy's not. Well, I don't know. It's not the same Sean Penn. He could have the same name. If you're in a drive-thru, the person in front of you hasn't moved up far enough so the person behind you can order. Whose responsibility is it to honk? Buddy, what are you talking about? It's nobody's responsibility to honk. Why are you honking at the drive-thru? The speed is like 0 kilometers an hour. You just wait for them to move up. No, like nobody's... I feel like an insane person for suggesting this. You're not getting the food any faster. It's not like anyone's jumping the line. Why do you need to be anal about it? Everybody's getting their food in like the exact same order that they arrived at the window. It's your responsibility not to honk. That's crazy. It's crazy to me. After a 7-1 start, this NFC North team lost 5 of its last 8 games, missed the playoffs, and then got rid of their head coach. I don't know, man. The Rams. LeBron James has now been defeated in the first round of the playoffs 3 times. First by the Suns in 2021, most recently by the Timberwolves, and by this team in 2024. Let me think about that. I mean, it's conceivable that I could have a chance to get this. I'm going to suggest that they got beaten by the Nuggets. That makes sense to me because they didn't win last year, but they won the year before. Who won the NBA championship last year? It was the Celtics. I remembered as soon as I typed, or as soon as I talked, which is like typing with your mouth, I remembered. And before that, it was the Nuggets. And then before that, who cares? Before that, it was the Bucks. Warriors, and then the Bucks in reverse order. Okay. Can I say something? I didn't see the whole game last night. Oilers were cooking last night. No disrespect if you're from Los Angeles. I'm sure it sucks to be ousted by the same team in the first round of the playoffs 4 times in a row. But that the passing on that Darnell Nurse goal, you knew the Kings were cooked, man. When they got into the zone, passed it, then the dude passed it back, and the other dude let it go between his legs to go to Darnell Nurse, so he didn't even know he was there, man. He didn't even know he was there, and then there was no defense at all. Just a clear shot. Holy cow, it was good. Sens got mogged by the Leafs? Buddy, like, are you a Leafs fan? The Sens were an 8 seed going up against a 1 seed. So first off, they got 2 wins off of them, which is good enough. Like, they performed about to the level of expectations. Also, you're talking about the Leafs? Okay, it was 2v7, whatever. You're talking about the Leafs? Do you ever see the graphic that was like the teams that have with the longest playoff streaks versus how many series they've won in that time? The Leafs have, and I want to see the Leafs get over the hump because I feel bad for the fan base sincerely. It's just uncomfortable how cursed they've been while also being amazing in the regular season. But the fact that they've made the playoffs every year since like 2017 and they've won now 2 series in that time is insane, man. That's crazy. That's like 9 straight years of the playoffs. And until last night, they were like 1-7 in getting out of the first round. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, the Canucks are ass, and they've won 3 playoff series since 2020. You think about that for a second. Like, my franchise is cursed in a different way, but still, we don't have Austin Matthews, let's put it that way. This shortstop won a World Series with the Angels in 2002 and the Cardinals in 2006. Maglio Ordonez, I have no idea, to be honest. I have no idea. With an original run from 78 to 01, the Prelude is a compact sports car introduced by this car brand in 81, brought back in 2025. I want to say it is a Honda Prelude. We take those. This is, I think this is Edie Falco and Danny McBride, man. It's definitely Danny McBride. Buddy, that's Edie Falco. Thank you, Sopranos, man. That's Carmela Soprano, man. I wouldn't have known that last week. That ain't Falco, except it is Falco. Twins were commonly used in advertisement for this chewing gum as Doublemint. I'm old. Julie Bowen and Candice Bergen had roles on this ABC dramedy that followed a high-end litigation firm. She-Hulk, attorney at law. Law, common law, Louisiana law, martial law, smothering law, the law of the jungle. Say common law. I don't know. Oh, that's Boston Legal? Why were they talking about Chi McBride, dude? That's Boston Public. Now, why weren't they talking about William Shatner? Forgot, Boston Public is Chi McBride, right? So much shit about Boston. Boston Public, Boston Legal, Boston Market, baked beans. How many times are we going to have to talk about Lucy, man? The movie's 11 years old and it's not very good. Since you've been gone, I've been lost without a trace. I dream at night, I can only see your face. I'm going to guess that's every breath you take. We take those. Not my favorite Police song. My favorite Police song, Frick the Police, NWA. Number 2, Police Truck, Dead Kennedys. Number 3, probably I really like Synchronicity too. When the dude starts going, oh, another suburban family morning. Yeah. Dude, he has aura when he says, from a dark Scottish loch. Anyway. First thing I tune into after a year or so break from NL, some things never change, man. Synchronicity 2 been out for years. That's what I'm trying to understand. If you were the Secretary of Defense, would you let your wife join the Signal chat? Yeah, I mean, listen, some things are supposed to be secret. They call them confidential. But you should know, I don't care about the law to that extent. There's an exception. You don't keep secrets from your spouse like that. They should, if a world leader were to tell you a piece of confidential information, there's an implied exemption for spousal purposes. When you get married, you legally become one entity for secret purposes. You're legally bound. Thank you. You're spiritually bound. Why did I click that? I clicked that like this was going to pop up a question about dogs or something. Turtleneck. Turtleneck. To bust, to break, to bottle. Things that happen to you in a bar fight. To brace, to support, to prop. Okay, yeah. Rib, statue. To support, to brace, to prop. Okay, we'll think about that. We'll think about that for a second. To turtle, statue. Goose. I think I was right, man. These are all kinds of necks, right? Breakneck. Blank neck. Mariah? But the Mariah was the easiest, man. The Mariah is the easiest. Wing. Parts of a bird. Support relief. They're kind of connected, but they're like not connected enough. Link is interesting. It obviously, like Legend of Zelda, an element of like something you would click on. Like post and link, support. These are like words you would see on a website. Could also be like chain link. Could also be sausage link. Elements of a sausage. To bust. I also thought there was like a punch element. Like to wing something. The wing, well, it's like you almost get shot by a bullet. You got grazed. We already had bottle, though. Bottle is like when someone hits you with a bottle in the face. Dog. It's a tough fucking connections today, man. I think we're on something with brace and support. And prop. I feel like... No, wait. Relief is all... not because support and relief are related, but I feel like statue and relief is also a kind of art, like a bust. But then I don't know what the other one would be. Like a post? Rib? I mean, it feels like rib, torso, and wing would like go together, but statue, relief, bust, post, prop. Oh. Sometimes you got to slap yourself in the head. You probably wouldn't know about that. You're worried about messing up your hair. Feels good, man. It feels good. I'm hoping at some point Tony Soprano starts slapping himself in the head. Because that's the only way, personally, he'd be more relatable. Apart from that, we pretty much got the same lifestyle. Support. B, race. I don't think these are relevant. Statue. Things with liberty. Wings of Liberty, Statue of Liberty. Probably too cowardly to have a StarCraft 2 reference. Statue relief bust. I believe these are connected. Maybe that's what's screwing me, man. And then rib torso wing, I don't know, wing torso ring brace. Or rib brace. They just seem right to me. Can I get a shuffle? Support. Brace. Prop. I guess we'll take relief. Support, prop, brace. This is like to use something to hold yourself up, man. A post can hold you up. A pillar. Relief, statue, bust. Marble relief, marble statue, marble bust. Things made out of marble. A torso, like in a statue, man. Oh my God. That was hard today, okay? And then, these are things at a fucking cookout. Fuck you, man. Things at a damn cookout. Yeah, the purple was the easiest today. Torso's pretty bad. What was it again? Types of statues or something? Kinds of carvings. Oh, man. Kinds of carvings. Hey NL, did you see this tweet? It's funny. Y'all can body shame me for being bald, something I have no control over, but when I call you a fat slob that needs to go to the gym because your heart is giving out, I'm the bad guy. It's giving 23-year-old bald guy who might be an incel, who doesn't go outside, who's having a shower argument with somebody in his head. It's giving guy who's like really, really mad at the world and thinks that he's making up someone who's hypocritical and then owning them. It's giving you talking to chat. I would couch it in more ambiguous terms rather than saying it directly. You know what it reminds me of? Do you ever see that post that's like, it's a cartoon and it's like, make it make sense? And they're weighing their suitcase at the gate at the airport, and they're like, sorry, your suitcase is 1 pound over. And they're charging them extra money. But then they usually draw like a caption that's like, this person weighs 500 pounds. And they're like, your suitcase is fine, you're good to go. And then you're like, make it make sense. And then the top comment is always like, they have weight limits on the suitcases so that the people loading the bags into the airplane don't break their backs. And then the people that posted it are like, yeah, but if that weren't the case, you could see how it would be really hypocritical because like the amount of mass that I'm bringing onto the airplane is less than the mass that they're bringing onto the airplane. And it says a lot about society. It's given that. NL, did you see this tweet? It's really funny. I can't post the link, but it's basically a video where this girl's getting interviewed about the best way to give a blowjob, and then she says, you got to give him that spit on that thing. I haven't seen that one. Is she related to the financial criminal, Haktua? Of the Louisiana Hawk? No, it's got to be a Tennessee of the Tennessee to us. Do some leg work. Squat. Deep, narrow valley. Yeah, I have no idea. A chasm? Worn and shabby. Word below 2 on a gift card. From $2.90 for a subway ride. Sergeant, it's a gorge. It's a gorge. It's a gulch. There we go. Sergeant Pepper. Waff. Ultra. Actor. Time. There we go. It's 4, 3, 2 down. When you fart from your pussy. Does anyone know this one? 2 down. Pussy fart. What is that? No. You don't know that one. You don't know that one. Okay, that's fine. We can't keep defending you? There's literally nothing misogynist about saying the word pussy. That one friend who's too woke? If anything, it's weirder when people say vagina when they're not doctors or talking about something like from an anatomical context. Like when you queef, your vagina didn't fart. Your pussy farted. That's psychotic to use the clinical name for it when it's farting. That seems crazy to me. Like it's kind of psychotic to me that you get weirded out by the word pussy. Because whenever someone says female, everyone goes female, krungo. That's how I feel when you type vagina outside of like a medical context. Like similarly, it would be krungo if you went to the doctor and said, my pussy hurts. That's a situation for vagina, okay? But you got to read the room. You got to code switch sometimes. There's times where you should be saying vagina, and there's times when you should be saying pussy. 6 8-ounce smoothie pouches that are 8 ounce each. Smoothie stuff tends to be pretty expensive. I'm going to guess it's like $2 a smoothie. We were in the right ballpark. I can live with that. We were in the right ballpark. It's $10.49. It's $9.99. Okay, honestly, that was a very gracious yellow they gave us on guess one, but I'll take it. Does Costcodle factor in tariffs? I don't even know if any of this data has actually been fact-checked. They literally might be making every single price up every day. And then I'm out here going, I know that's right. You can't sneak anything by me. I don't know why I'm spinning the globe like there's going to be a new country here. What about Malta? 8,000 kilometers away from Malta. Estonia? Cooler. Angola? Cooler. Pakistan? Cooler. That's what I get for, I was going to say that's what I get for picking a country in the center of the earth, but I guess basically no matter what country you pick, as long as you've only picked one, it's kind of the center of the earth, right? You know what I mean? Like they're all, yeah, exactly. They're in the center as long as the map's centered on them. How about like Venezuela? Much warmer. 380 kilometers away. Panama? Panama's cooler. That's unfortunate. Oh, no. Trinidad and Tobago? Warmer? Saint Grenadine? Is that a real No? Okay. Curacao, but then it's going to be like, did you mean the Netherlands? Oh my God. St. Lucia? Oh, shit! I honestly thought, with God as my witness, I thought I was going to type St. Lucia and the map was going to go like, it was going to zoom in like right there and be like, St. Lucia is colder. And then you guys are going to be like, he doesn't know the islands, which is true, but this time it worked out in my favor. That's the Bahamas. That's the most fucked up part because I've been there like 4 times. That's not okay. I need to learn something about the world around me, man. Libya? Looks like Libya to me. Egypt? 2,000 kilometers? Yeah, Egypt's not 2,000 kilometers from Libya, bro. Syria? So are you Saudi Arabia? We're further down. This might be like, this might be UAE. But it's just, it looks huge on the... No, it's definitely not. Are you Saudi Arabia? You are Saudi Arabia, okay. I honestly thought that what it was is one of the small Persian Gulf nations appearing huge because they've blown it out on the screen. Does kind of look like a, you know what it looks like? It looks like Nick Wilde from Zootopia looking the other direction, like looking this way. 2 fox ears. This is like the bottom of his head, and this is his snout. This is Nick Wilde from Zootopia looking this way. It's a mirrored looking. What does that even mean? Why don't you listen to the words of my sentence? Tell me what it means. The hard part is you got to keep the previous words in your mental cache as more and more words show up. But if you're able to do that with a little bit of practice, the meaning should reveal itself to you like a magic eye puzzle. My cache ain't that big. You need a tolerance break. You're giving it a bad name. So a little fox guy? It doesn't look like a little fox guy. It looks like Nick Wilde. There are other foxes. It doesn't look like every fox, I'm assuming. It looks exactly like Nick Wilde. It's like, I just told you, hey, who am I supposed to be looking at? It's a guy who looks exactly like Matt Damon. Oh, so like a guy? Okay, sorry, you're welcome, by the way, for the help. I told you specifically who to look for. And then you're like, oh, something more generalized? No, man, because there's probably like 30 dudes that are going to walk in here. Only 3 or 4 of them are going to look like Matt Damon, okay? Try to keep up. January 13th, 2004. I'm in the 10th grade. New Line Cinema had a smash hit with Goldmember, but that was 2 years ago. Now, they're releasing a film starring Ashton Kutcher called The Butterfly Effect. 1. Okay, that's a given. Excuse me, Melora Waters should not be third billed. In this film, it should be Ethan Suplee. Ethan Suplee made more of an impression than Melora Waters, no disrespect. That poster's better than the movie. I don't care. I don't care that it has a 6.9 or a 7.1 on IMDb. If you saw this when you were 12, you probably hold a candle for it even now and say it's actually really good. If you saw it when you were 16, you knew how stupid it was. $53 million week 2 Universal, starring Ben Stiller. 04 is pre-Night at the Museum. So this is Dodgeball. I feel like Dodgeball was a summer John. 2004 Ben Stiller. Can I just get... Okay, you know what? It's probably... No, Meet the Fockers would have opened way bigger than this. A romantic comedy... Oh, it's All Along Came Polly! I'm glad I looked, man. I'm glad I looked. Oh, that's huge. Oh, you're right. Ben Stiller probably wasn't top billed in Dodgeball. That's got to be Vince Vaughn. DreamWorks was $7 million. A romantic comedy starring Kate Bosworth. That's not Blue Crush. Blue Crush? In every love story, there's only room for one leading man. Is this Kate Bosworth? Is this In Good Company? Is this Win a Date with Tad Hamilton? Why do I know this? I've never seen this movie. I know nothing about the plot. Why do I know that Topher Grace is in this movie? I don't know. I don't know how this is in there, to be honest. This is crazy to me. I've never seen it. When you were a kid, you were just watching TV and ads would show up, man. You can't control what you remember. You can influence it, but you can't control it. $48 million, week 7. Pretty good legs, though, for a Ewan McGregor movie from 2004 that I'm going to assume is Down with Love. It's an adventure fantasy drama. An adventure as big as life itself. Also starring I'm stupid. It's Big Fish. I saw it in theaters. I should have just given it an extra second, man. This isn't how I go. 337 from New Line. I was going to say Matrix 3, but that's definitely Warner Brothers. Starring Elijah Wood. Okay, this is in January. This is Return of the King. Come on. You got to be kidding me. This is like some doobie-doop, doop, doop, doo 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 type stuff. Doobie-doop, doop, doop, da doo 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 doo. Did okay today. Great song, man. Great song. Lord of the Rings, best fantasy novel of all time. Stop your hate. Where's my hate for Lord of the Rings? It sounds like you have hate in your heart because I called it a kid's movie. Kids' movies aren't bad. You tell me yourself every time I make fun of Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. You say it's not a kid's movie, it's for general audiences. It's a fantastic film. The streets are saying it might, like the Lord of the Rings trilogy is the most important cinematic event of the 21st century. But like, what do you mean it's not a kid's movie? You're showing your kid that movie? When they're like 8, yeah. Not when they're 4.5. There's like all this shit with the Uruk-hai. But when they're 8, yeah, man. So it's not a kid's movie? 8-year-olds are kids, bro. What are you talking about? Anything below 13 is a kid? Bro, haven't you been on the internet? Anything below 25 is a kid. Oh, here we go. Please tell me he's not doing this bit again. My friends without kids love to tell me that Lord of the Rings is not a kid's movie. They loved it. My favorite... Cars isn't a kid's movie, man. Lightning McQueen literally crashes. He crashes his car. He gets marooned in Radiator Springs, man. He gets arrested by a police car. And he has to go to court and stand in front of a judge that's also a car. Shit doesn't make any sense. You think a kid can deal with that kind of shit? How the fuck is there a whole society where every individual is a fucking car? You pick the one Pixar movie that's definitely a kid's movie? Bitch, Finding Nemo's a kid's movie for sure. I'm not saying adults can't enjoy it, but it's a kid's movie. You know why it's a kid's movie? If an 11-year-old was like, Finding Nemo's my favorite movie, I'd be like, yeah, you're 11. If a 52-year-old was like, Finding Nemo's my favorite movie, I'd be like, damn, you never see like any Martin Scorsese films or nothing? You can like whatever you like. You just got to be prepared to defend yourself a little bit. Nobody eats for free, okay? This is such a bad take. I'm not getting baited. You need to grow up. You don't need to. If it brings you comfort in an uncertain world, then you can cling to that. That's also fine. But there's also a level. I'm asking you to acknowledge. I'm asking you to acknowledge it. What's your favorite movie? Me thinking of the most mature movie of all time. Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead. That's a movie for kids. Yeah, that's a kids movie. Lady gives birth to a baby that's a zombie. Yeah. Try showing that to your 1-year-old. They'll be freaking out. Actually, they might say something like, "Kid, chicken jockey." Why can't an all ages movie exist? Please explain and let me know your thoughts. Why are you assuming I said it can't exist? It can exist. I love Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. I can't wait till my daughter's like 9. We can watch the trilogy together. It'll be a formative cinematic experience for her. I'm looking forward to sharing the journey. You said 8 earlier? They're really long. Saying something is a kid's movie is different from saying it's all ages. Yeah, well, that's where we started the conversation, I believe. I don't know what you want me to say. What makes it a kid's movie? If a 12-year-old told me that it was their favorite movie, I would say that sounds about right. We're playing the hits, Paul. I know you've been playing Blueprints for a while. You might have missed it. We were saying this about a lot of movies. Every generation got put on trial. It's the same thing. And the millennials did not like this one. I think I'm angering Gen Z more with this take. The millennials and Gen X did not like when I called Jurassic Park a kids movie. They were saying some shit like, lawyer gets eaten on the porta potty. Really? You really think a 6-month-old baby wouldn't cry when the T-Rex ate the lawyer on the porta potty? This shit was in theaters when I was in the 2nd grade. Some of my classmates went to see it, man. It's their favorite movie to this day. How is that not a kid's movie? A kid saw it and said, that's my favorite movie. How is this an argument? My mom took me to see it when I was a kid and we were too young. Your mom took you to see it when you were a kid, man. It's a kid's movie. That's an argument in my favor. Just because you weren't ready for it doesn't mean you should deprive all kids of the right to see the lawyer get eaten on the porta potty. It doesn't resonate with me because I haven't seen Jurassic Park. And this is going to make everybody angry. I think that in terms of like what age would I let my kid watch these movies, Jurassic Park and Lord of the Rings, about the same age gate, in my opinion. 8, 9, 10, depending on the demeanor of your kid. Somewhere in there seems fair to me. They got about the same level. Like some violence happens, but it's not particularly like gory or anything like that. There's excitement, but it's not like disturbing. Like it's not Green Room. You know, Green Room you should have to be like maybe 45. I'm trying to think what the scariest part of Jurassic Park, I think, is when the girl's holding on to the electric fence. And then they keep innard splicing shots of like them turning the power back on. And you're like, damn, this kid's about to get shocked, dude. And then they go, she like flies 30 feet back from the electric fence. You should, honestly, I'm not hating on Jurassic Park. Apollo, you should see Jurassic Park. It is a great movie. Now, everyone's going to say, yes, watch the first 2 and then stop. Don't trust them. You should watch the first 1. And then if you love it, watch the second 1 and then stop there. If you were just like, that's pretty good, that's enough. You don't need to go any further. I think it's fine. Sorry, I got distracted on Box Office Game. Oh, shit. We got to find something elegant here. It doesn't have to be fast. We just need to find something elegant here, man. So I'm thinking, let's go like a little deep. Go a little deep into the oeuvre, into the. Just thinking, Austin Powers 1. So who you got? You got Mike Myers, obviously. Liz Hurley. The dude from The Taming of the Shrew. who's Michael York. There we go, Michael York. Mike Myers. He plays a lot of roles in the movie. Robert Wagner. Will Ferrell. Really not many cameos in the first Austin Powers. I'm sorry, I'm playing through the whole plot in my head right now. There's the Soup Nazi plays a dealer in the Vegas casino, Circus. Tom Arnold is the dude next to Mike Myers in the toilet scene. Will Ferrell plays Mustafa. Okay, sure. And then Jeff Goldblum's in The Fly with a lady who I don't remember her name. Gina Davis. That's who it is. Gina. Typhoon was in this. Mini-Me, buddy, you're way out of your depth. Mini-Me doesn't show up until the second movie. You don't know shit about Austin Powers, to be honest with you. So I'm thinking... I want to get the connection in my head. I want to flip it. And I want to go... I forgot about Mimi Raj. I forgot about Seth Green and Mindy Sterling. This is definitely... He plays the Irish assassin who keeps saying they're trying to steal my Lucky Charms. Who else we got here? I don't know who Anastasia Sakalaris plays. Well, okay, sorry. I don't mean to be glib. I think you guys might be fembots. Clint Howard... The Huge, this I know this guy. He plays the Soviet guy. Austin, it's the 90s. The Cold War is over. Well, finally, those capitalist pigs will get what they deserve, eh, comrade? Austin, we won. What a movie, man! What a movie. Fembot, Soup Nazi, Fembot. You're also from Seinfeld. Everybody here is from Seinfeld, man. I forgot Burt Bacharach is in this. Fembot. I forgot Carrie Fisher she leads group therapy. He would accuse chestnuts of being lazy. The kind of general malaise the genius possess in the insane lament. That's what Mike Judge looks like? Yeah? That's freaking me out, man. I didn't know. I don't know. I just can't picture him working at Penetrode. I think in my head, he plays a police officer in this movie, but I can't place it. Michael McDonald? Sorry, I'm going down memory lane. Stop! Christian Slater's in Austin Powers 1? I'm like way behind the times, man. Fembot. I know this guy. This guy's got to be Canadian. Can somebody really quickly look up Mike Haggerty and tell me if he's Canadian? He has the most Canadian face and name I think I've ever seen. American, born in Chicago. I got to visit, man. Maybe that's where my people are. He looks so Canadian. What are you talking about? Don't Aquafina post in my chat. That's my job. Okay, to Jeff Goldblum. I'm thinking it's Michael York, Taming of the Shrew, 1967. I'm the type of beast that would probably go like straight up. I'm talking like straight up. We'll go Liz Taylor off that. And then from Liz Taylor, probably go to the Flintstones. Okay, now from the Flintstones, we got some real opportunities here, man. Some real opportunities. I'm thinking it's Halle Berry, Gothica. This guy, who's also, of course, in Fargo. He's also in Zodiac. Yeah, we know. We know, man. We know. And then I have to assume, Fembot, I have to assume, you can't say that. He's kind of funny looking. Remember that part? This is a great movie, man. They should make like a show based on the movie or whatever. This is no, wait. You might be Stan Grossman now that I think about it. You're the dad. You're just a super lady. Yeah, I know all about this, man. I know all. He's another police officer. No, you're the dad. You're the dad. I'm thinking it's Steve Buscemi, who has been in a lot of films. I'm thinking it's Steve Buscemi, Ghost World, Scarlett Johansson, Lost in Translation, Bill Murray, The Life Aquatic, Jeff Goldblum, The Fly. I think I was on this for like 15 minutes, man. 5 minutes, 21 seconds, whatever. Mimi Rogers. Worst Mike Myers movie? It's not even, well, maybe it's close. The Love Guru is really bad. I can't remember if I've seen all of The Cat in the Hat. Cat in the Hat is really bad. I hear. Love Guru is almost incomprehensibly bad. Shrek the Third? Buddy. Shrek 3 might pale in comparison to the first two movies. Love Guru is like in a whole different ball game. Let's check. Rotten Tomatoes, Shrek the Third. 41%. Rotten Tomatoes, The Love Guru. 13. It should not even be at 13. So it's already like a less than a third of Shrek 3. But it really should be like... I can't believe 1 in 8 critics said that this is good. I gotta find some fucking reviews of this, man. I gotta find some fresh tomatoes here. Fresh tomato. A guilty pleasure. Treat a dumb B film. I couldn't stop laughing from all... A guilty pleasure treat. A dumb B film I couldn't stop laughing at from all the silliness. You still work in the industry, bud? I'm taking it too far. Let's see. Honestly, I'm vibing with some of these recent reviews, man, that this person has. They give Sinners an A-. What else they got here? So a lot of stuff I haven't seen yet because it's been in theaters. The Woman in the Yard, they gave it a C+. Electric State, C-. Ballad of Wallace Island, a B. Anything I've seen? I shouldn't mess with this person. They've seen like 47 movies in 2025. The Love Guru? That's true. C+ to The Monkey, though. I've seen 52 this year. You've seen 52 movies that came out in 2025? Because that's what I'm talking. I'm not talking about watching 52 Marvel movies, okay? I'm talking about 52 movies that have come out this year. There's probably been 6 good movies that have come out this year, which means they've watched 46 pieces of shit, which is why I'm showing them respect. That's why I'm genuflecting. This is a person who does this for the job, okay? They're not just doing it for fucking, like, to get their Criterion Collection bingo. I'm talking about people that went to a press screening for You Are Cordially Invited. Kristen Wiig, Will Ferrell exists exclusively so Amazon Prime Video can advertise that they have a Will Ferrell movie in their collection. You show some respect to this professional critic, okay? B for Mickey 17. Well, what would you give it, man? I'd also give it a B, but a critic has a responsibility to give it a higher score because they can influence more people. He's made out of the same flesh and bone as you are, bitch. You don't understand. You just don't get it. Rules for me, not for thee, right? This guy's not responsible for the complete collapse of Mickey 17 at the box office. You know who's responsible for it is the studio that said, get me the motherfucker who made Parasite and give him $200 million. He should be working under budgetary constraints. Good for him, by the way, for getting a fat paycheck and getting to do like a bit of a bigger production. But at the same time, of course, it was destined to fail, man. It was destined to fail commercially, at least. Anyway, you're so mean. You're being mean to this guy who I spotlighted. So it's my fucking fault. But at the same time, get a life. I gotta go faster. I'm getting sidetracked here. What's this? Some World War II game with a boat. Siphon filter. Metacritic score of 91. Holy cow, man. BioShock 1. Homing missile. It's on the PS2. Metal Gear Solid 3. Vehicular. Twisted Metal Black? With a 91? Holy cow. I mean, I had Twisted Metal 2 on the PS1. I'm going to just tell you, if you play the card that turns invisible, you can get fucked. You get out of my house. That does look like a car that's been blown up. Twisted Metal 2 was sick, man. Remember, you could like drive into the bottom of the Empire, not the Empire State Building, the Eiffel Tower, and then you would, if you stayed there, it would teleport you to the top of the Eiffel Tower. That was sick. And then there was like, couldn't you like shoot a missile and then it would turn the Eiffel Tower into like a bridge that you could then drive down? Back in like 1996 or 1997, that was fucking crazy. That's pre-Red Faction Guerrilla, okay? We would just play the game just to do that, just to marvel at the technology. And then some invisible motherfucker would come and blow you up and you'd respawn in like the Seine. Pisses me off to this fucking day. This looks like Deadly Premonition. Now you'd be bored by it? Yeah, bro, because I'm 36 fucking years old. I need to... You need to grow up at some point. Zombie. No, that had the dude with the hat, like the Beefeater hat. Resident Evil, Tekken 3, Metal Gear Solid, Omega Boost. I don't even think that's a zombie game. And Bloody Roar. Is that Frank Zappa? Are you Revolution X? Maybe DDR? It's the House of the Dead. I only know the movie. House of the Dead. Can you sing Lava Chicken? Yeah, dude, I can sing Lava Chicken. Wait 5 minutes. What's this? It's like the From Software game, King's Field. Jeffrey's game. What's it called? Holy shit. Damn. Mylon's Secret Castle. Castlevania Bees. Competing art styles a little bit. What the hell's going on there? Is it like Banjo-Kazooie? It looks like a bear in jorts. Oh shit, it's Diddy Kong's Quest. Dixie Kong's Quest. There we go. Who the hell is this, man? I know all about her. Who the hell is this? That's Baby Kong? Got the damn denim coveralls with the sleeves rolled up, man. This aesthetic is so good. Like, this is so nubby, man. Am I right or am I wrong? It's giving nubby, for sure. That's why we respect it. You're a Europop enjoyer? You think I just know the singles? You don't think I know about Everybody is Looking for the Dub in This Life? You think I don't know Live in a Bubble, baby, the bubble's not reality. You gotta have a look outside. Know what I'm talking about? You don't know about that shit? You really thought I would only know Move Your Body and Blue, huh? They gotta bring those aliens back, man. What you Tom about? Stop that. So unless you're Aquafina, stop that. You're appropriating Asian American culture when you type, what are you Tom about in chat? Don't mods, don't ban the ASCII ass. There's no dick in that art, okay? There's no dick. That's just butt cheeks. No hole. That's not... Now, don't... If people start spamming it, you got to ban them, okay? Or at least time them out. But like one... As long as we can all be cool, one is fine, man. One is fine. There's nothing we ain't seen before, okay? Sick. That's okay. Now we're good. We're all on the same page here. Fantastic. You guys, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I am rectangular. That's so true. Speaking of which, Thomas was alone. Might be an indie game. Might be an indie game. I guess it's a drama in some ways. How about like Worldle 2? That's a sad story. How about, well, it's not, we don't want it to be a side view. We want it to be maybe like isometric, maybe like XCOM Chimera Squad. It is isometric. That's interesting. That's very interesting. An isometric science fiction game. Perhaps Shadowrun Hong Kong. Nope. Nope. But it is isometric. From 2016 to 2019. Is it Xenonauts? Not Xenonauts. Is it? Is it Disco Elysium? Do I have to even type it? Is it Disco Elysium? Not Disco Elysium. Disco Elysium doesn't take place in the future. It's not. I thought it was a science fiction game. Tell me if I'm off base or on base. It's like an alt history, alt reality. Okay. Takes place in an alt 1960s. Okay. I knew it wasn't like, Springfield, Illinois 2021 or whatever, but give me a guess here. Oh, good. It's from 2016. Thanks for your help. I don't know, man. Fortnite? Save the world? We might as well just... Let's get this out of the way real quick. Factorio. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Factorio. I still don't think I was getting there. I don't think Factorio is interesting. I don't think of it as a 2016 game. I think of it as like a 2009 game. But so NL's really never going to play Disco Elysium. You know, it's frustrating sometimes as a guy who's said verbatim, I will never play Disco Elysium on stream about 250 times in the last 2 years, that people are like reading between the lines. I had still held out a little bit of hope that maybe there was a chance. I know you told us explicitly it was never going to happen, but you know what? Listen, kid, just for that, you're getting Puckdoku. This is a perfect Puckdoku for me today, by the way. Rangers 90 to 2,000. That's a given, man. I'm going Darius Kasparaitis. I'm going Mike Gartner. Always love to see his smiling face. When did maybe Kasparaitis was like a 2001 or something? 90 to 2000. That's a given, man. We'll go like Daniel Cleary. Capitals 90 to 2000. I'm a different type of beast. Might be compelled to go with something like a Joe Juno. And then 2010. Let me think about some forgotten Rangers from this time period. Jaromir Jagr. Here we got to go. I can picture him in my head right now. I'm trying to go a little bit off the beaten path. I mean, one that you could go Cristobal Huet. 2%. I can live with that. Capitals 2000 to 2010. I want to say, no, it's Eric something. Is it Eric Fair that I'm thinking of? Okay. It existed in my head somewhere. I'm trying to, look, these are easy enough. I'm trying to get the lowest percentages, okay? Even though we did get one wrong already. And then Rangers 2000 to 2001. I feel like you might be able to get away with a Ziggy Palffy. Never played for them, I guess. How about I mean, there's, obviously you could say like Eric Lindros or something like that, but there's got to be something. There's got to be a better pull, man. Like a Brad Richards, maybe people will forget about. That was later. Well, he wasn't even on the team, man. He wasn't even on the team. Martin St. Louis. Oh, okay. All right, maybe you fucking heard of him. His name's Henrik Lundqvist. Oh, there he is, man. Oh, from 20. Oh, maybe a fucking Chris Kreider. Yeah. He never hurt nobody. He was a saint. Chicago, 2010 to 2020. Oh, here's a tough one for you. How about Patrick Kane? Oh, the Capitals. Oh, let's go a little off the beaten path, man. Lars Eller. Don't put confetti on me for that shit, man. Ryder was tripped into Price. Listen, kid. Price would have won. He would have beaten the Kings that year. You selfishly said, I'll trade an Eastern Conference Stanley Cup for an Eastern Conference Finals winners banner in the stadium. And you're litigating it 11 years later. That's crazy. How'd you guys do in the playoffs this year? That's what I thought. What's it like to not win a Stanley Cup even though every single free agent that gets drafted out of the NCAA just holds out of their contract with whatever team rightfully drafted them so that they can play in New York? I've decided I don't want to be in the Canadian prairies. I've decided I don't want to be in the Canadian prairies. I'd rather here's my I'll waive my no trade clause for these destinations. Oh, it's just New York. Oh, sorry. I'm exercising my rights. Fuck you, man. You live in Vancouver? Yeah, I know. They don't want to be here. The taxes are too high. Plus, our media is kind of toxic, to be honest. And the Canadian dollar is weak, although they're kind of I guess in the last couple of months, they've done pretty well. You don't know the half of it in Toronto? What's the go-to endorsement that they get in Toronto? In Vancouver, it's always like Basant Motors. You're like, damn, the 21-year-old with no media training whatsoever is always like, when I went to Vancouver and I needed a car, everyone told me that I had to go to Basant Motors. And then it's like a kid with a backwards hat driving like an Audi convertible. Blue Jays got the Uncrustables. That's kind of sick. Pizza and Fastenal. I see the ads for Fastenal on the Air Canada Centre Ice, but I don't know what it is. What's Fastenal? They sell fasteners? No shot. It is. I thought it was like an Ozempic analog or something. They really do sell manufacturing supplies. I thought for sure it was a pharmaceutical drug. That's crazy. That's good, man. I respect that it's like a real business and it's not like a bank or something. Holy shit, I gotta go faster. I'm going so slow, man. Will Smith Oscar-nominated film, King Richard. We're going quick, people. I'm just kidding. It's Ali. We're going quick. I can't bring myself to put King Richard up there when it's going to have 70%, okay? We got to go a little deeper. 3 or more word title, Bagger Vance. It's Bagger Vance, people. And then A to H, Focus. Maybe I do better when I don't think so hard. Nicole Kidman, Oscar-nominated film, Moulin Rouge. Starts with A to H, Moulin Rouge, Chicago. She's not in that. Days of Thunder. We'll go Days of Thunder on that. We'll go Baby Girl on that one. We'll go Days of Thunder on that one. 3 or more word title for Nicole Kidman. She's in a movie called Eyes Wide Shut. Don't think about it. Just send it. Don't think about it. Just send it. Just kidding. The Stepford Wives. We're going to think about it just a little bit because Eyes Wide Shut is going to be like way up there. Jim Carrey, Oscar-nominated film. That's an easy one. That's an easy one. We're going to skip that for now. Title starts with A to H. We're going to say Ace Ventura the Second, When Nature Calls. And 3 or more word title. We're going to say that is a movie by the name of I Love You, Philip Morris. And then Oscar-nominated film with Jim Carrey. I mean, I know there's some, man. I'm going to say Man on the Moon. There's no... he picked up a Golden Globe, at least. There's no way this didn't get some... It didn't... Milos Forman, my goats! Milos Forman didn't get a nomination for Man on the Moon? For Best Director? Thank you very much. That's crazy. I mean, yeah, okay. Eternal Sunshine obviously got nominated for original screenplay. And snubbed in every other category, which is fucked up. They would redo it. But I didn't want to see 40%. I wanted to see like a 2.5% or something like that. Pissing me off. What it's doing. It's fucked up to win the Golden Globe and not even get nominated for an Oscar. It's all politics, man, because he's Canadian.
Ribs. A noun.
Fast.
Explosive. A adjective. Auction. A noun meaning a...
Our meds kicked in.
Closed. A adjective meaning not open. Distinctive. A adjective meaning...
Next round.
Teeter. A verb. Rowan. A noun meaning European mountain ash. The word's roots trace back to the languages of the Scandinavian...
We don't have time for this shit. The hell? Oh, Chapel.
Lullaby. A noun meaning a soothing...
You know that song?
A noun meaning...
Gonna be all right.
Curtly. A adjective...
Rockabye. You don't know that one? It was on the radio back then. Along with like, they made up their minds and they started walking.
Vireo. A noun meaning...
Yep.
Penurious. A adjective meaning marked...
Yep.
Adcititious. A adjective meaning derived or acquired from something extrinsic.
Yep.
Cypress. A noun meaning any of a genus. Cupressus of the family.
Nice try.
Pinniped. A noun meaning
I would spell that word like 10 times a day. What's a pinniped? It's like a starfish or something. Seals, that's right. Speaking of Jim Carrey movies. There used to be a graying. So he's going to suck his dick at some point in the song. That's where we're going with that one. I just can't think of the words right now. You. This is a European thing. We don't do this over here. Delightful pastry of chopped almonds. I gotta say, this looks like something you would eat in like Romania. Southwest of Romania, like Albania. Crocchetta di caltanissetta. It's Malta? Southwest of Albania? Ah! It's north. I mean, it looks Italian, but I'm like picturing the map in my head. West of Albania? Northwest of... Okay, you're right. It's Italy. Northwest of Malta. I was like, damn, this shit's really from like North Macedonia, huh? Phyllo dough, cottage cheese, raisins. I mean, when you see phyllo dough, you have to assume Greece is involved in some way. Oh, here we go again. Albania. I should know from the D. The D only shows up in Slovakia. Slovenia? Oh, Croatia. Okay. This is Central Asia? No, the fuck it's not, man. No, it's not. Give me a pizza or something. There you go. Salad. Pickle various vegetables like cucumbers. All right, I mean, that shit is like, that's Korea, but that's not Korea. This is Korea. That's not Korea. This is like Peoria. And this is Pyeongchang. So I mean, just based on you know what? No. It actually looks Southeast Asian. I'm going to say this is Cambodia. It's Thailand. We'll take that. Or the Netherlands, I suppose. That was tough. It did look like samjang, but I guess maybe, I don't know, it's like a peanut sauce or something. Me when I want generic Chinese food. Chicken yaki. That doesn't really make sense. Because yaki is a Japanese word. Teppanyaki, but that's not generic. Teppanyaki is like the least generic food of all time. Teriyaki, but teriyaki is not generic. I can't believe I'm about to crash out on this shit for like the 5th consecutive year. 22-year-olds who are living on their own with 7 roommates in a city for the first time after moving from rural Ohio. Yeah, chicken teriyaki is pretty good for a starter Japanese food, but it doesn't hold a candle to a more advanced Japanese food, such as okonomiyaki. That's literally what you sound like, bro. Luckily, I'm from LA. Lucky for you in this one instance ever, I guess. Who said this? Teriyaki's fine. I'm just saying there's a lot of motherfuckers in chat who, if they went out to a Japanese restaurant, they would feel too self-conscious to order chicken teriyaki. Because they'd be like, they're going to think I'm a picky eater if I order chicken teriyaki. Instead, I'm going to order something like, let me get the spicy tuna combo. Don't hit me with 7 question marks. Look at all the people typing +2. Chicken gnocchi. Someone said it's a thing. Yeah, Ahmad said it's a thing. Sort of thing you might not understand if you've never been to a restaurant before. I get it. You know what? We should do Scrandle. A failure to scran is a scran to fail. I don't care how much the chicken tenders are. I'm taking it over this steak and kidney pie, man. The price doesn't matter. I mean, poutine looks, it's not authentic, but that's fine. It looks pretty tasty. The steak pie, chips, and gravy, it also looks pretty tasty, if I may be so bold. I'm going to take that one. Yeah, it was close. I'll be honest, I defaulted the price on that one. Price plus English bias. Steak and Stilton pie for £6, or dirty spuds. Roast potatoes topped with meatballs, sauce, and cheese. I got to imagine it's that, right? Price is better and it looks a little better. Chicken katsu and seasoned chips versus chips. See, this is the shit that pisses me off, because you're going to say this looks like AI-generated garbage. I think this looks like the tastiest shit you could ever possibly eat, but because you're going to virtue signal, they're going to go for this one. I'm glad to see it at 81, to be honest with you. But the burrito looks really good, and the price is not crazy. The chicken and chips look fine, but the burrito's going to clear it by a mile. That's a given. Decent looking burger, all things considered. You can't compete with a 3-pound pulled pork sandwich in Brazil. Wow, that's close though. That's real close. This one is here as a joke. It's going to be the 10-inch sausage roll, I'm afraid. This looks absolutely hideous. So no matter what this is or how much it costs, it's going to win. They both look great, man. They both look great. This is a little bit more appropriate for a sporting event. Wow, those are 2 tight ones, man. All right, okay, this is... I bet it tastes good, but it looks like a lamprey. It looks like they've given you a lamprey on the plate. I'm going to have to go with whatever that is. Presentation means something sometimes. You're getting a lot better? I honestly thought today's was easier. There were a lot of them that was like, the food looks better and the better looking food is cheaper, which is usually automatic. Thrice me? Thank you for saying the panini was better looking. By the way, I know we're like 2 days on from that. Did it look like the lines on the panini were painted on? Yeah, it still looked better than the other thing. I don't even remember what the other thing was. It looked like it got run over by a car. It's a panini, man. It gets pressed. It's supposed to get pressed. It's supposed to be relatively flattened. St. Paulia is a section of 10 species of flowering plants commonly called the African what? Tulips. What rainbow color has the shortest wavelength? Red, right? Or is it violets? Because that's actually a flower. Red has the longest and violet has the shortest. Okay. I guess because the shorter a wavelength, the more damaging it is to your body, right? I think in my head, I thought that red was the most damaging because it's the color of taking damage in video games. But actually, it's like the most tankable. Essentially a puff pastry filled with ground meat. Pâté so is a delicacy of what nation? I'm going to say it's Vietnam, man. They got a lot of French influence in the cuisine. As of May 1st, you can get Birchall tea on all flights, in case you care, on all flights offered by what airline? British Airways? This makes sense, man. Ron Chernow's Titan is about what Gilded Age giant? Say it's Rockefeller. John D. Rockefeller. I'm glad they didn't ask for a first name. On Severance, the four tempers are frolic, malice, woe, and what other one that comes before all of those alphabetically? Colic. Don't say prime, because we still don't have it. The most recent Metroid game has what 5-letter word in the title? Exile? Where did I get that from? Dread! Oh, Dread. The Dread Pirate Roberts. I thought there was like a what was the one that Team Ninja made? The Metroid game Team Ninja made? Other M. Well, that doesn't sound like Exile at all. I don't know where Exile came from, but... Choke last round? But he's not a choke if you don't know it. It's like you give me a basketball and I miss a dunk. That's not a choke. That's, you know, that's God exerting his will on the length of my tendons. It's preordained, is what I'm trying to say. Sort these TV shows, given the title, by their premiere date, starting with the most recent. How do you not know the Four Tempers? Of Severance? The Four Tempers of Severance? Because I've been watching a good show, The Sopranos. Okay, so Eye of the Beholder. I don't know what that is. Sleepy Time is from Bluey, which is going to have premiered maybe 2019. Finding Francis is Nathan for You, which the season 1, episode 1 was probably like 2013. Charlie Work is from It's Always Sunny, which must have premiered 2007, maybe. Forks is from The Bear, which I'm going to guess it premiered after Bluey. Now, the real question is Eye of the Beholder and Pine Barrens. Pine Barrens sounds like it's from The Sopranos, so I'm going to put it back here. And Eye of the Beholder, I just don't know what it could be from, so I'm going to leave it there. Oh, shit, we're way off, man. Or is this not The Sopranos? It is The Sopranos. And then, the Twilight Zone. Holy cow. That was good. We were basically off by one. You haven't gotten the Pine Barrens yet? I'll be honest with you, I'm not totally sure I know who Silvio is. I'm trying to think of what's going on in the episode I just watched. Tony's he's trying to make a pass at Dr. Melfi, man. He shouldn't do that. They're like, they have a patient-client relationship. He shouldn't do that. He crossed the line. Thank you. You okay? Little messy. That sounds like his performance in the CONCACAF Champions League against Vancouver Whitecaps. We're going to the championship is what it means. Of soccer. Of soccer. Yeah, I don't think... Oh, Silvio is Steve Van Zandt. The guy with the bandana, right? from Bruce Springsteen's band. Bruce Springsteen? Is that what I said? Bruce, coming up next. Thank you. Coming up next, a cut from his next album, Sting. Take it away. That was disorderly. Take me to Juxtastat. Fucking thing sucks. Most relatable Bill O'Reilly clip, which is also why it's his most embarrassing for him. Higher percentage of people who were born in the US but outside of their state of residence. I have to imagine more people have moved to Florida to escape a DUI than have moved to upstate New York for the same reason. Higher percentage of people in poverty. Let me zoom out a second here. I'm going to go North Carolina. Which one voted more for Clinton in the 2016 election? It's going to have to be Colorado. Really? I mean, I know it's you know, a rural versus urban divide, but they were both rural. They're both rural. Librarian, would you like to weigh in on this? Which has a higher population weighted density? Kalimantan Timur, Indonesia, or Donetsk Oblast, Ukraine? Colorado Springs is Republican. Buddy, that's where David Bowie lived in The Prestige. So I think you might want to check that again. I think you might be mistaken. I'm going to go with Indonesia. Higher percentage of adults with high blood pressure. Interesting. This one, I think this one is not necessarily a trick question. I would assume Arizona, because it is likely to skew older. Older adults are likely to have higher blood pressure. But living in a city, in my head at least, tends to correlate with better physical fitness than living, I don't know what to call it. So that might be a conflating factor that lowers your blood pressure. I feel like my vision of Arizona is that people stay pretty active, like golfing and walking around in the mall. But I'm still going to say I think it's Arizona. Oh, well, you know. Oh, it was Pennsylvania. People don't walk in Phoenix? Well, guess what, buddy? It literally mogs Pennsylvania, apparently. What's your excuse now? Plus 22. That is crazy. Jackson County. D17.5. Had no idea. You ever feel bad that the Whitecaps are the forgotten stepchild of the Cascadia Cup? Who's Vancouver going up against in the finals of the CONCACAF Cup again? Is it the Sounders or is it the Timbers? Oh, wait, it's some fucking team from Mexico? It's not a team from North America? Or is it not a team from the US or Canada? No. I'm not sweating it too much. Cruz Azul, no! Cruz Azul beat Les Tigres? No, I'm ruined! I'm ruined! When did you win the MLS Cup? Buddy, I'm not from Seattle. Nobody watches the MLS outside of Seattle. I will say the Sounders must be ass now, right? Because, like, when I moved to Vancouver in 2012, see a lot of Whitecaps gear to begin with, but the Sounders gear was popping off. Like 1 in 20 individuals had a Sounders zip-up or hat. And I don't see them at all anymore. They must not be top of the pops anymore, is all I'm saying. Kind of a tight fit. Yeah, if you work in Redmond, Washington at Microsoft HQ or like Campus 7 or whatever. I've got to go faster. Wait, what's our last one? We've done it. We did Juxtastat. We slash marker Bandle. Then I pee and we do our sponsored stream. Slash marker Dulls.